What is up, guys? Fado82 coming at you with a weekly Rust update video. Hemp farming has been added into the game. Hemp has existed in Rust for a while now, but it was wild hemp, and the wild hemp has changed in that it now gives you 10 cloth instead of 20 cloth per plant, but it will also give you 1 hemp seed. What you can do with those hemp seeds are bring them back to your base or plot of land, and you can plant them. They will generate hemp plants, or rather grow hemp plants, just like the other farming mechanics in the game with the pumpkins and the corn. So they'll grow over time, and you can only pick them when they're at their mature stage. It did appear that they might have a half-life too, because I did have a patch of hemp that appeared to go bad, but I did plant it in a snowy area, and I believe I read either on Rustified or in the dev blog that they are affected by environmental conditions. I didn't have a lot of time to test it out, so if you guys have any feedback on that, leave that below. But as you can see, the hemp grows over time, so you will see it progressing, and it will turn a different color when you can go ahead and pick it. It will be a bit brighter in terms of the green color. Likely in the future, you will need water to be able to sustain farming operations like this, and a water purifier has been added into the game, which will allow you to use salt water in ways that will benefit you rather than hurt you. The water purification system is going to be a default blueprint. It's going to cost you 80 metal fragments, 15 cloth, and again, it's used to purify and store water. Ultimately, what this is going to do is make living away from lakes and streams a heck of a lot easier, so you can live in places that will allow you to sustain your lifestyle and not have to worry about living next to a stream or a lake. And you might not currently use this item too much in Rust this wipe cycle, but likely this will be a common item in bases in the very near future. It was very much emphasized in this week's dev blog that water loss will be much more aggressive very soon, and that the survival mechanics are receiving an overhaul. If you're a fan of using the silencer in Rust, you're going to notice that it has twice the durability this week, and it will affect damage 25% as opposed to 30%, so it'll be a more effective item used in PvP. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you've been using the silencer and if you think it's noticeably different after this patch, and if that's making a difference for the way that you play the game. In terms of the way that you play the game, you'll notice that it's the same this week in Rust in terms of the way you interact with players, but they'll be moving a bit differently, interacting with the landscape a bit differently. That's thanks to some hard work that's been done on the animations for the player models. We recently saw some beautiful new player models that were added into the game along with those female variants, but now the animations are moving more in line with that as well, making the characters really come alive and interact with the landscape in a much more fluid manner. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this, and it's really fun to see it play out in this free cam footage. All of this free cam footage is taken from the US Rustopia server right after the wipe cycle with this patch. I always try to capture the footage as close to the patch as possible so we can see how it's playing out in the wild. And that's really what you want to do in Rust when something hits, is see how it's playing out. Guys, as we go ahead and wind this update video down, I want to go ahead and take a look at some other aspects of the dev blog, but I just wanted to take a moment to say that thank you all for subscribing to the channel, thank you for liking the channel, thank you for commenting on videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I do spend a lot of time on these videos, and I just really thank you guys for that. But getting back into it, you may have noticed that I've been wearing a dress in Rust, as is Trifor from CML here. He's actually accessorizing, and he's wearing a cloth shirt as well as a dress, so he's styling it up there. So this isn't necessarily unisex clothing. This is clothing for females, but men can wear it as well. I really like that they did this because we don't often get choices in Rust in terms of how we express our gender, or not our gender, but whatever you would call it. But I like this the most because we won't be seeing threads in Reddit about people bitching that they can't wear a dress. It doesn't affect gameplay, so why not let a guy wear a dress if he wants to wear a dress? And it's kind of funny to see. We also saw some further iterations to the player states that will be coming soon, and some graphical options that you can play around with. Check out the dev blog for instructions on how to enable that. We might soon see some rations washing up on a beach for new spawns. Really cool stuff. Fado82, peace.